Hello everybody, so this is Dee. I am the founder of Naked Fit Online. So it is a program that it's all about health, fitness, well-being, healing, you name it. And you can find me on all social media. You can get my book, Happy Naked, on Amazon. But today, okay, I'm going to talk about something that I personally battle with all the time. And what I mean with that is my gray hairs. And then you say, oh, but your hair is black. There's no gray hairs. I can see them. I can see my gray hairs, okay? And every time I see them, they pop up like this because they also have a weird texture. I just go, I'm getting very good at it. I just go, I cut them, and they're not welcome anymore in this head. But here's what happens. I want to share that with you. So there are a lot of things, and why I don't like gray hairs, because I know I'm going to look like 20 for the rest of my life, and I'm going to live who knows for how long. I don't know, but I know I'm going to look like I'm 20 still. Okay? A lot of wisdom looking like 20. But here's the other thing, right? When I look, for example, at my mom, when my mom was my age, she had stripes of gray hair, okay, stripes, which is not the case for me. Honestly, there are a lot of things that I notice, like my great grandmom used to have a lot of, what is that called? Words? I don't remember, but those little, like birthmarks, but they were like all over her neck. And my sister also have a lot of that stuff. My mom have lots of that stuff. They keep it burning just to avoid any cancer cells and those things. But anyway, the thing is, what I wanted to share this with you guys is because, yes, as you can see, my hair is pretty black, but as you can see here, there's some gray hairs and some gray hairs, and then I put my hair up. There's some gray hair over here. But this is what I came across to. I love Dave Asprey. I follow a lot of the biohackers, and a lot of the fitness training that I do is not necessarily coming from biohackers. It is backed up by science, proving what is the effect that it creates on our muscles and longevity. Okay, because longevity is not necessarily about living long, because we're living an average of 85, 86 years, but it's not about that. It's not about how long we live. Only it is also living a long life where there is agility, there is muscles, there is health, there is well-being, there is, your emotions are in balance. So that is what we're looking at, and that's kind of what the principles that I apply when I do the fitness training as well. But this time, I'm just gonna talk about my gray hairs, and the reason why I'm putting all these bits and pieces together, it is because there is a misunderstanding that gray hair, it is a symbol of aging or getting old and all that kind of stuff. And then, oh my God, and that's still in my head, by the way. I'm the one that think that way. Oh my God, I have gray hairs, I'm getting old. But here's the thing, I came up with this article that I want to share with you, and basically what it says is that gray hairs are genetic. And in 2009, a study, researchers discovered that going gray is simply a buildup of hydrogen peroxide in your hair particles, okay, which bleaches your hair from the inside. There you go. Now I have an answer, because I knew I was doing something different. Because when we look at genetics, right, I was like, whoa, my mom at my age has great hair, and I don't really have as much as her, what I remember anyway. So basically, a bottle blondes love hydrogen peroxide for its bleaching effect, but it's also a chemical that your hair cells make naturally. Boom! Now you know, right? So, but it's definitely, it's something that I am sure we can reverse, because there you go. Now we're talking into another topic, which is not only longevity, is that can we reverse aging, or can we reverse these things? It is like, for example, we're in the obesity line, right? And then you lose tons of weight. what happens is when you lose ton of weight without exercising, so what it does is basically your skin gets all saggy. And also it is a sign of aging. Like, oh my God, my skin is sagging, I'm getting old. Then you go the wave, like, well, and then all the skin goes click, click, click. But again, it doesn't have to be that way, because, you know, like doing strength training for your muscles, it is super, super key when we're looking at biohacking or reverse aging, or, you know, like biohacking or longevity, any of that stuff. It is super important that you consider all these different elements, because when we start doing all those things, we're not only, you know, having a long and agile and healthy life, but we're also getting into a point where there is a possibility of reverse aging. And there's studies done around this as well. There's scientists that are specifically doing research on that particular topic, how we can reverse aging, okay? Which I think we don't really necessarily need to do that lots. Meditation, I'm sure it can help with that, okay? So, and then here's the other important part of this, and I'm gonna share the link with you as well, so you can go through the whole thing. I'm just taking bits and pieces. So it says catalase it's an enzyme. Isn't the only enzyme that breaks down hydrogen peroxide in our body, right? So glutathione peroxidase, the body's master's antioxidant produced by the liver, turns hydrogen peroxide in water. So that is the other thing, right? It's just about start finding through that. We can do that through diet as well, and start looking into all these different elements that it can help, you know, live a long life, you know, reverse aging, or reverse all these little things such as my gray hairs. And so we're looking at, you know, grass-fed whey protein. That is another big thing, is just make sure that you use, if you're choosing to have animal protein, make sure that you go directly to the farmer and it's grass-fed. Okay, so no chemicals, none of, you know, antibiotics, none of that stuff. So because all that in the long term is also going to affect your aging process. Okay, talking about aging, nothing else right now. And of course, you know, when you start creating this balance, a lifestyle, right? Most likely, as I can say, you know what, my gray hairs are not as bad. And then I'm going to start looking into, what is that called again? Hydrogen peroxide. Hydrogen peroxide, it has to be out of my hair, so then all my hair turns black. So I hope you enjoy this. I'm gonna share the article with you. I'm gonna share all the links where you can find me as well on Instagram, on Facebook. Go to my page, go, you know, subscribe to my YouTube channel, get notifications, and say, you know what, I like Dee, I'm going to follow her and I'm going to join her programs. I want to be better. I want to feel better. I want to look better. I want to bring my sexy back, because that is what I give you confidence. When you feel like you're strong in your own body, it is confidence at the end of the day that is building up. And it's this beautiful body, mind, emotions balance. It's this dynamic and dance by taking care of your body. How is that impacting, you know, other areas of your life to create this nice and overall awesome, wonderful human being that you are. So take care.